I don't understand how you're super duper nice to people that literally came here, stole you, sold you, took you to go pick cotton. I've never scammed anybody in my life, so why are you speaking to me like I'm a scammer? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Anna here. If this is your first time on my channel, you're welcome. But for a returning subscriber, I'm grateful for you returning and tuning in to another video. So as the title of this video says, we're going to get straight into it. In this video, I'm going to be telling you all the things I wish I knew before moving to Ghana. So if you plan on moving, like relocating or like visiting Ghana, you need to sit down and watch this video. Take some notes, right? Okay? Take some notes because I was shocked, okay? I was super duper shocked when I got here and I noticed that some things are not as they seem. So first thing first, before we get into this video, make sure you're subscribed, okay? Analytics tells me that over half of you guys are not subscribed, so please, as you're watching this video, just click the subscribe button. It's absolutely free and do not skip my ads. Please, pretty please. Okay, now that you have done that, let us get into the nitty-gritty of this video. So my pineapples, just for reference, I completed my high school in Ghana. So I'm not speaking as a first-time visitor to Ghana. I schooled here for my high school. I lived in Tema, Sakumono. But after high school, I left and went back to Nigeria, went to uni, finished uni. So I haven't actually visited Ghana in like 10 years. So a lot of things have changed because the last time I lived here, I wasn't paying rent, I wasn't feeding myself, I wasn't paying my school fees, I wasn't doing anything, I wasn't buying data. I was just like waking up, getting ready and going off to school. So a lot of things really hit me now that I came back as an adult, and I'm like, I don't remember things being this expensive, I don't remember things being this way. But I understand that the time that I went back home and like didn't visit Ghana for all this while really played a huge role in a lot of things hitting me. I got the privilege to speak to a lot of Ghanaians. I have like family members that never left Ghana, like they've been there for almost 20 years. So I had the privilege of speaking to Nigerians who are based in Ghana for over 20 years. I had the privilege of speaking to Ghanaians and the story was the same thing. Everybody was saying the same thing. So I wrote them down in my little YouTube book, right? I wrote everything down so that I wouldn't miss a point. The first point I'm going to have to tell you, I'm sure everybody knows this. Ghana is really expensive. It is the most expensive city I have been in Africa, and I've been to a couple of cities in Africa. Everything is expensive. Transportation is expensive, accommodation is expensive, data is expensive, literally everything is expensive. And the craziest thing is that transportation is freaking expensive, but you cannot blame them because fuel is freaking 12 cedis 30 pesos. Like, me being a Nigerian, if I convert that into Naira, that's basically 900 per liter. That is insane. It is absurd. Like, I'm like, when they told me that it was 12 cedis 30 pesos, I was like, huh? Like, ain't no way. Like, why is petrol so expensive? Like, it doesn't make any sense in a West African country that is still developing. I was just like, wow. And we complained back home that petrol was increased to like 500 naira and we're like, it is too expensive and all of that, and these people are going through all of this. Like, wow. This brings me to my second point, which is the Ubers, the Bolts and like service taxis will not put on AC for you, which brings us back to the point where petrol is freaking skyrocket high. Like, there's no AC in any taxi for you. I was privileged enough to have like family members that drive in Accra, so I really didn't have transportation issues, but they would always complain whenever they like pick you up or like take you somewhere because fuel is just so expensive. So when I started using like Ubers and like Bolts, and I noticed like the taxi men were not turning on the AC, I had to speak up and like ask, like, what is going on? Why are we never using the AC in the taxi? And then one was patient enough to break down the whole process to me. So my pineapples, moving on to the third thing, accommodation is very expensive, and I do not understand why a West African country prices all their accommodation and like rates in the US dollars. Like, I don't understand why everything is in US dollars. Accommodation is freaking expensive in the cities like Accra and stuff. So if you're planning on relocating, I feel like you should move towards like the outskirts of Accra, maybe like Adenta, Tema, Pasema, and places like that. There's no space in Accra anymore. Accra is so populated. It's literally a mega city as it is now. You have to like go outside, like spread your wings and go outside so you can get accommodation, and even still it is quite expensive. And just prepare and brace yourself, because if you're not making money in dollars, you will suffer. If you are making money in naira or cedis, it might never be enough. So if you're going there as an American or like a British, or like, you know, or you're Nigerian, you make money in dollars, or like you're from Africa but you make money in dollars, you would have no issue, because the exchange rate favors like foreign hard currency. So the fourth thing I noticed is that when I spoke to a lot of Ghanaians, they were complaining about like how tourism has inflated the cost of living there. And I was just like, it makes a lot of sense to me, because Americans, there are a lot of Americans relocating to Ghana, especially like the Eburi area and stuff like that. They have come with their dollars. I know this sounds very funny, but they have come with their dollars during 30 December and they have inflated everything. Everything is freaking expensive. The Airbnbs are expensive, the hotels are expensive, the guest house are expensive. So when these foreigners come and like spend these hard currencies, and yes, it is improving the economy, but it is improving the economy of the government, but the people, the everyday people, the indigenous, suffer for it at the end of the day. When you're done with your vacation, when you're done with your 30 December, these people have to spend at the rate at which you guys were spending, which makes absolutely no sense to me. And I'm coming from Lagos. Lagos is a very expensive city, one of the most expensive cities to live in Africa, because in Lagos we pay for everything. We pay for life, we pay for food, we pay for everything. You buy it by yourself. So coming from Lagos and I'm saying Accra is really expensive, you can tell how bad it is. So for the food, somebody dropped me a comment saying that some Nigerians say Ghanaian fufu and light soup is a concoction. If you do not know, please let me correct you. If you're a non-Ghanaian, Ghanaian fufu and light soup is literally one of the best meals in the whole of Africa. Quote me, take me anywhere. I wouldn't change my statement. I come from Nigeria where we have pounded yam, fufu, eba, and all of that. I would choose fufu and light soup a billion times. Like, that's my stuff. Like, I need to learn how to make fufu and light soup, because I love it that much. I want to make it for myself and eat it like every Sunday, because it's just so delish. Okay, so another point is that movies are freaking expensive. So we went to see a movie at the Accra Mall, and so me and my sister went with our high school friend. He's Nigerian as well, and we went to high school together, and we just like linked up. And when he was paying for the tickets, we're just talking and gisting, and he was like, oh, the tickets are 300 Ghana cedis. I'm like, what do you mean 300 Ghana cedis? Like, you just want to watch Indiana Jones? Like, it's not even 3D, it's not even IMAX, it's just like a basic cinema, and it's like one person's 100 Ghana cedis. I'm like, what? Like, what? 100 Ghana cedis in naira is like 7,000, and that's like $10. So I don't know about like how much movies are priced like in America and stuff like that, but for me, being a Nigerian babe, I was like, that's absurd. Like, that is extreme. Like, it doesn't even come with drinks. No, it doesn't come with drinks. It doesn't come with like popcorn. It doesn't come with like water. And I'm like, no, a movie shouldn't be that expensive. Like, everybody should be able to afford and watch like a movie. Like, why is a movie 100 Ghana cedis? And why is popcorn? Everything boiled down to like 150 Ghana cedis per head just to watch a movie. Like, make it make sense. Let me know if you would pay 7K to watch a movie, just to watch a movie, no drinks, no popcorn. So yeah, I'd love to see that conversation get going in the comments section. So now this brings us to yet another point. Ghana has a crazy VAT and taxing system, and you need to prepare yourself for that. Like, if you go there and you're not prepared for that properly, you might end up washing plates. Like, you would wash plates and nothing will happen, because their VAT and like tax system is within 25% to 27% on any purchase you make. I don't have a Ghanaian debit card or credit card, so I always have to pay in cash. And then when we order and we're like, okay, maybe I spent like 200 cedis or like 250 cedis, and then when they bring the bill, it's like 300 and something Ghana cedis. I'm like, yo, calm down now. calm down. I did go to Malcolm and they still have those taxes. I went to a lot of restaurants, I went to bars, I went out. I was outside in Accra and they did charge that crazy tax rate, and I'm just like, no wonder everywhere is empty. Make sure you keep that in mind if you're moving there, but most especially if you're visiting, because if you're visiting you may not have like a credit card or a debit card, so you need to count and calculate your money well so that you don't wash plates. So my last but not the least point is that Ghanaians need to do better with relating with us Nigerians. Understand that Nigerians, our reputation precedes us. We have a crazy reputation, like crazy reputation, not only in Ghana but like in the whole wide world. Like Nigerians are known for certain things that I'm not going to say on my channel, but I have never committed any of these crimes or done any of this ill stuff, but yet I get treated like I have committed this crime, which is totally unfair, because I see how they treat other foreigners and they do not treat them as harsh and as aggressive as they treat me as a Nigerian. The moment I'm not gonna say, I'm not speaking generally, right? I'm speaking based on my experience, and I'm not saying like all Ghanaians behave like this, because I have a lot of Ghanaian friends. Sometimes we're not to misbehave, but I've never scammed you before. So why are you speaking to me like I have scammed you? Like, it makes absolutely no sense. Like, I just find it very annoying, and sometimes it's really sad. And it makes me really sad because that's the place I grew up. And growing up as a child, I really didn't get to face that a lot, because you know, you're mixing up with like young people and they're like open-minded. So it's like Nigerians give some Ghanaians an ick. It's really weird to me sometimes the way they treat, you know, Nigerians, being that we're so close to each other, we're West Africans, but whenever they have to get in contact with like foreigners, especially the white foreigners, they're super duper nice. Like, I don't understand how you're super duper nice to a people that literally came here, stole you, sold you, took you to go pick cotton. It's really funny to me when I see some Ghanaians treat people that have like more exotical accents or look more exotic and nicer. I'm like, huh? So I know this part may ruffle some feathers, but listen, I'm ready to tussle. I'm ready to tussle because I know what I experienced there, and it was not like that like 10 years ago. So I really don't know what has been going on there. But if you feel a type of way about it, that's just my experience, and everybody has different experience on different things. So yeah, so yeah, my pineapples, that brings us to the end of this video. Yeah, I love my experience there. It was eye-opening. I'm happy that I got to like experience it as an adult and not as a child anymore. I hope you enjoyed all my Ghana vlogs. It is such an amazing country, and I feel like everybody should visit Ghana while they can, because it is fast growing, and I honestly don't know what it's going to look like when I return again. So yeah, if you have any contradictions, if you have any questions, if you have a counter opinion, let's get the conversation rolling in the comment section so we can hash this out, because we are brothers at the end of the day. We are West Africans, we're in neighboring countries, and when you go out there to the rest of the world, we are seen as Africans, right? You are seen as Africans. So I feel like we are one in a sense, and in as much as we have our own individuality and all of that amazing stuff, I just want us to, like, you know, treat each other better. Have any helpful points that could be very helpful to somebody who's trying to relocate or move back to Ghana, please drop them in the comment section as well, because you never know who this could help. I only experienced what I experienced. Maybe you have experienced more or less or something different. Let them know in the comment section, because in as much as the video is informative and educative, the comments is where the knowledge is. So don't skip the comments, drop a comment, or also, you know, go through the comments to learn and see different points of views and perspective. Because so with all that being said, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, share this video with your friends and family. You never know who wants to relocate or who wants to visit Ghana. This December is coming, so let everybody be well informed and prepared. So yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.